Hey, what's good? What's good? Emac here. Hey, join me on today's show for an intimate conversation with Montanna, the Madam of Media, an enterprising CEO who is carving her own lane in a billion-dollar a year industry. Hey, what's good? What's good? I want to welcome to What's Your Passion, and I'm here with Montanna Mitchem or
Mitchum.
Mitchem. I'm sorry, I
Yes, it's all
apologize.
good.
I mean, I always call you boss lady if you think about it.
Oh,
Every time
okay.
I've ever talked to you, I always call you boss lady. But I do want to say that, Madam of Media, am
Yes,
I good there?
that's
All
right.
right.
You good on that?
All right, all right. You know, I've been wanting to sit down and interview you for a while, just to be honest with you. I
Okay.
mean, I've known you for a while, you know that. But I've been really wanting to because the passion that you have in you, I don't know if you know it, but it's blinding. Like it's literally blinding.
Okay.
I mean,
Blinding, that's a good
a
thing,
good, real
right?
good thing,
Okay,
real good
okay.
thing.
'Cause I don't
I
want to
mean,
be
it's
putting nobody's eyes
no,
out.
no, no.
Okay.
It's sort of like when people are around you,
Hmm.
it's hard for them to feel or to think about the things they can achieve
Mm.
because I mean, your passion is like blinding. I mean, it
Okay.
really it's motivating.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna accept that because it's coming from you. I'm gonna accept
I
that. I'm
just
gonna
try to
accept
be
that as
real.
a good thing.
I just try to be real.
Hey, and I appreciate you for that. Okay, I'm gonna accept that.
All
Thank
right.
you. So
One of the brightest spots for me was
you
actually
know
meeting you
what? I'm
initially.
sorry. I am gonna take that because that's my light shining. It's the
That's right.
light that is on me and it's just shining bright. That's what it is.
It
You're
really
right about
is.
that.
It
See?
really is. Since the first time I met you, I've always seen that light, and it's
Okay.
one of the reasons that I have kind of stayed around because I
Okay.
mean, it's like you are really inspiring. You are really inspiring in the watch things that you're doing, and I mean, you don't make excuses for things that you want to do. You just figure out how to get it done, and
Right.
that's really why I wanted to sit down and kind of spotlight you in this interview and talk to you because
Okay. And then after this, can I like take you around with me so you can tell me this to all day how great I
anytime
am?
you need it, anytime you
I
need it,
need you to like, man, keep giving me that. Keep motivating me.
I got you.
That's encouragement. I
I got you.
appreciate it.
Real talk,
Thank
I
you.
got you.
No, thank you because you never know who's watching.
Exactly.
And I understand that. And so like to hear that, sometimes I don't always pass the test. But I will say, it does feel good to hear things like that because I'm doing something right. I'm letting my light shine. So, and someone is seeing that. So, thank you
It's
for
not
letting
just
me know.
someone. It's a lot of people taking notice.
Okay, all right. Well,
You
hey.
know, tell us a little bit about your background.
I went from mom to media about 10 years ago. I started out in corporate America, like most of us, and it just wasn't working out. I had a background in communication. That's something that I always loved to do from the
Okay.
time that I remember watching Khadijah on Living Single running Flavor Unit. I said, that's gonna be me. She is independent. She had to stay, have three other roommates, but
Right.
she was doing her damn thing. And I said, I want to be that. And that was just my dream all the way from middle school. And when that opportunity came in 2009, I took it, and it has been on and popping ever since. So
Wow.
I get to program direct the After Party Radio South, which is located in Dallas, Texas,
Okay.
as well as After Party Radio West, which is in Inglewood, California.
Two locations.
Yeah, two, soon to be three. We specialize in online audio and video streaming. So we help curate content for podcasters.
Wow. I mean, let me latch on to a couple of things that you said
Mhm,
because in a span of 10 years, you
mhm.
went from mother, right, to
Yes,
CEO of your own company.
absolutely.
And I mean, it's been a grind for you. I mean,
Well, I mean, in a matter of a month, I went from mother to CEO of my own company. I
okay,
just
okay.
decided I was just gonna do it.
That's
I ain't
look,
give a damn.
hey, just so
Okay,
y'all know, she's not just talking. She has over 200K listeners. Over
we're
200K listeners.
we're 500 listeners short of 300,000. So I know we're gonna
Wow.
hit that goal this month.
Wow. How can people tune in?
So yeah, you can go to our website afterparty.com from any smart device, laptop, or computer. And if you would like, you can also download our mobile app for iTunes. I'm sorry, for iOS and Android. You can take.
Okay. Okay. you have a big social media presence. I do follow the After Party Radio on
Okay.
social media, so I do see a lot of the fun things that you post, and I notice that you're really big in the community. Is that a
Yeah.
passion of yours?
It is because it's the microphone is very powerful. We
It is.
understand
It
that,
is.
but it's more about what we do outside of the studio and less about what we're doing in here.
Okay.
You know, so being in the community is to use our God given talents to bridge the world around us through conversation and music, and that's what we do.
Wow, and I mean, you do an amazing job. You have a little over what, 18 shows now?
No, we actually have 35 shows between California and here in Dallas. Yeah.
35 shows. And you have a varied amount of programming, a wider range of programming. I mean,
Yeah, so the shows are niche based. We cover topics from the LGBTQ to Christianity to business and everything in between. So we are no judgment zone. We allow people to come in and be themselves, interview their guests, go talk about the things that move them. And we love doing that. And also, in addition to what we do with our broadcast, I also want to say we have two signature events that we have produced or curated. And the first is the Party Awards. We're going into our fifth year of hosting the Party Awards, which is an independent award show. And then we just started our new series of After Party Live, and that's where we take our live shows here and put them in front of a live studio audience. And we will be back at Brick House Lounge May 4th for that. So I'm excited.
okay, and they can go to your web. They can go to the
Yeah.
social media page, and they can see exactly what it is. And
Absolutely. So,
okay.
the first After Party Live, we talked about love, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We
Uh-oh.
almost had a whole fight broke out over child support. Okay. This time, we are going to be talking trapped in the closet, the state of the black community. When we say trapped in the closet, we're talking about a mental trap. How
Gotcha.
we trap ourselves from moving forward. And so we're going to have a open dialogue with that. We also with our after party lives, because though we talk about serious issues,
Right.
we want to do it in a fun and organic way. We bring a comedian in, we play some games, we do some things kind of loosen up. But again, no judgment size. We don't want to, separate anybody, put somebody in the corner, have to put them out. So come with the right attitude. Let's talk about the issues.
So you make it all inclusive.
Yes.
I mean, because you're coming out not just for a podcast, but you're actually coming out and you're being entertained.
Absolutely.
I got a serious question. Now, I know that you like to mentor people because one of the things you do with the groups that you have and the shows that you have is you kind of help them mentor to figure out how to be better at what they do, how to be more professional at what they do and take what they're doing seriously. What advice would you give a up and comer that is trying to maybe break into the same industry? What reality would you give them, and also what passionate advice would you give them?
You know what? The best advice that I could really give anyone is to do your research. I think that a lot of times I know that people see what we do and they say, oh man, y'all look like y'all have a lot of fun. She looks like she has a lot of shows. She catching a plane going here to there, but you're not knowing what goes on in the background. I do love mentoring people, but I also want it to be completely understood. I don't do anyone's homework. So you have to do your due diligence and, understanding what it is you want to do, within your craft or where you want to go, how you're going to map the thing out.
Gotcha.
I couldn't do that for you. But do your research. First
Okay.
and foremost, do your research on anything you want to do. I don't care what it is.
All right. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be
Okay.
right back with you.
Underdoggtv.
Are you looking for the wow factor at your next event? Look no further. Together with our unique custom designs and your vision, we will create the perfect experience. We have excellent customer service. We work with any budget. We deliver, and we love, love, love what we do. Just give us a call, 817-521-0601. Balloon Me Pretty. Will we make it pretty?
afternoon, good afternoon. It's Tony with A. Brighter Carpet. Today we're in the great city of Keller. We're doing a power scrub, and we're doing a carpet cleaning with a pet treatment for the owners. They got some new people who was about to leave, so they called us. They called 817-888-3181 for carpet cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, upholstery cleaning. Give us a call. We'll be there. 817-888-3181. Y'all have a blessed day.
Underdoggtv.
All right, we back here with What's Your Passion, and we're talking to the Madam of Media, Montanna, who has 2 locations, one on the one on the West Coast,
One on the West.
and
You
one
already
in the
put
South,
me on the East. I like that.
and one in the South. Hey, I see it. You said you got a 3rd location, so I figured maybe it's the South
We're
or
getting there. You got to speak these things into existence.
Got you. Well, I see it. I think you'll house one on every coast. I told you it's that passion inside of you. So here's a question I have for you. What motivates that passion? What drives that passion?
The passion is just loving what I do and just being able to connect people. I
Wow.
feel like I am the plug. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Because, we're plugging you into what's going on. We're plugging you into news that you need to know. We're plugging you in on the music. We're plugging you in on, like I said, we keeping you in the know on every level. And
Okay.
so I like that. And I feel like the same way that TD Jakes, has his pulpit, this is our pulpit. And we have a message and we're delivering it. And it's just a good feeling.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is, you did say the mic's a powerful thing, and the platform that you have, as we can see, you're close to 300,000 listeners, and I'm pretty certain that you're going to exceed that number within the next couple of months. You say you were 500 short?
Yes.
Oh, you see that before the
and
month
we
is over.
are well into the thousands on the downloads for the app. So really excited about that. People are seeing us. I mean, I love it when people tell me, man, I see that A. I've seen that A somewhere. I've seen it.
Yeah, I know when cause at one point I had a show on your network, and when I used to always, people would say, after party, I've heard that somewhere. And it is a great feeling because you start to see that people are respecting you and your craft and what you do. And it is well deserved.
Right.
With somebody who's had as many successes as you've had, right? How do you define success?
You know what? Just for me right now, because when you said that, I was like, many. No. I haven't even felt like I have even scratched the surface of what I want to achieve. Now, don't get it twisted. I do understand. Like I've just now kind of accepting that I'm doing something. But I still have a little ways to go, so, but for me, just being able to every day put that key in that door, cut those mics on, that's success for me, because I know how hard it is to, maintain a business, keep employees, keep clients happy, that is a task.
Yeah, dealing with all those different personalities.
Do you hear me?
Most definitely.
So to even be able to do this for 9 years consecutively, I've done something. That's all I can acknowledge. I won't say it's success yet, but I've done something.
Okay. Well, keeping that same thought in mind, right? At what point will you actually say, like, what's that point?
So for me, my long-term goal is to be the Kathy Hughes of internet radio.
Okay.
So that would be success. Like when I'm on, that level, maybe after the 6th location, then I'm gonna say I'm a success. Okay.
Well, I mean, with that, you're building a legacy that you can pass on to your children. I mean, you're building
That's
a
the
legacy
goal.
that's not just
That
now.
is the
I mean,
goal.
this is a future legacy. And if you look
Right.
at America and how America's always been set up, you had like take for instance the Hiltons who built the legacy. They own most of downtown Dallas. I mean, and they built a legacy that has went from generation to generation to generation. What I really love about what you do and what I see with what you do is that you never seem to let like I mean you can have you can have a bad moment, right? But you never let it deter you from the goal that you have.
Oh yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
you event, but you never
yeah,
let it break you.
You can't. And I'm just one of those persons. And sometimes, it's a gift and a curse.
Okay.
Because, it does allow me to keep going. I don't allow excuses. Oh, my back hurt, my leg hurt. Okay, whatever, my husband tripping, my kids getting on my nerves. I can't let those things stop what I have going on. But like I said, it's a curse because it is, I wasn't born with empathy. You know what I'm saying? I tell
Gotcha.
people that I don't have that, in me
Gotcha.
to, feel sorry. I mean, we were talking, a friend of mine, someone close to me had to have their feet amputated. And when that happened to them, it was a very devastating point for them in their life. And I recall saying, well, okay, it was just a foot. Like you can still
Right.
breathe and have your family and hug people and enjoy people. And then the person was like, well, you say that because you got your feet. And I'm like, well, but I said, well, hell, I'm in my 40s now, so I want to sit down anyway. So I done did what I wanted to do with my, I feel like I've walked as far as I, as far as I could.
Yeah, you're saying don't let that stop you.
I'm not gonna let it stop me. Again, yes, I do have my feet, but that's my mentality. That okay, well, what do you have left? Okay, you don't have no feet, but what you got? Let's work it out.
Michael Jordan was famous for that. Like he didn't allow the common excuses that people would want to use on a daily basis to limit what he was doing or
Absolutely,
what he did.
right.
And so people would always say what drives you, and for him it wasn't about a competition with any other person out there. For him, the way he came across in his interviews, he was always competing internally with his own goals and his own passion. And that's why I said your
that's
passion
me.
shines bright.
And that's
exactly.
me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it shines bright. So, every time I've talked to you, I've always walked away, I want to say mostly inspired, because I understand that, hey, the journey that I'm on, it's not always a great one. It's not always fun. It doesn't have any true recognition in it or any of that stuff. But the big thing is that I know that what I want to do and what I'm passionate about is seeing people succeed. And when I met you, that was one of the things that I saw, is that you're passionate about helping people succeed, but you're not about the bull. You ain't finna sit there and
Right.
sugarcoat it. I'm not finna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna hold your hand all the way through it. I'm gonna help you, but I'm not gonna hold your hand. And I think that's empowering, because in our society, especially with people of color, we tend to have a lack of a support system. And you tend to provide a great support system in the ring of business, especially in this field. And this is information. What you do is provide information. You provide information directly to the public, and that's important.
Right. I think.
Because it's really manipulated in every other arena. So I really appreciate it, and that's one of the reasons I truly wanted to sit down and talk to you. Let me ask you, what's one of your biggest takeaways when all said and done and Montanna decides to retire, right? When it's all said and done, you decide to retire, you take off the reins and you turn it over to your children, and they're running things, and you're sitting back, and you just disconnect from the day-to-day operations. What do you most look forward to at that point? And I'm sure you have this goal board that you have of things you want to accomplish, and you refuse to stop until that moment. But what will you most look forward to, do you think?
You know what? Just being able to take care of my family, and not just the ones that are here, the ones to come. That's my ultimate goal. I want to, break the cycle of, being the only person in my generation on my family side to, make a certain amount of money or to have a certain amount of businesses. I want to break that. I want to end it with me.
You want to make that the norm. You want to make success
Yeah,
and success the norm.
Absolutely.
I see it. I see it. I always like to end. I always like to end all on broadcast by reading a special thing that I try to write
Okay.
for whoever I'm interviewing.
Okay.
And so this is the one I want to read to you.
Oh, you wrote something for
yeah,
me.
I
Wow,
did.
y'all. Ooh, okay.
The breath of life amazingly exhaled, filling the lungs of your wildest dreams. Synergistically inhaled by a passion so filled with life, it stokes the embers, igniting unparalleled access to new levels of life. Every time we close our eyes and dream, we see beautiful. Belief ensures attitude utilizes talent, inspiring freedom, unity, and love. Conscious visions of greatness, our greatness. Life is a quest for that. The balancing of your own equation. We are capable of unparalleled levels of compassion or human divergent. Use your superpower to supercharge your dreams. Ask yourself, are you more afraid of your dreams or your fears? The answer is simple. If you're not taking every moment to embrace your dreams, you're indeed embracing your fears. Trust your vision, develop your skill, and harness your passion. And I feel like more than anything, you trust your vision, you developing your skills, and I feel like you're harnessing your passion. And so I see 6 sites. I see 6 locations. But I see even more than that. I see you changing and impacting the life of, you have 35 shows?
Yes.
So, I mean, we're talking about with 6 locations. I mean, think about how many lives you're going to impact.
Absolutely.
And not just your broadcasters.
My superpowers.
That's right. Synergy utilized purposefully, enriching reality.
Okay.
That's right. Superpower. So, Montanna, it was my pleasure to sit down and talk to you. I learned a lot. I look forward to watching your broadcasts, your live streams on Facebook, on Instagram. I look forward to hearing more of your shows, seeing more of your shows. Tell us one more time, how can we tune in?
You can find all things After Party Radio, our After Party Live, the Party Awards, and everything in between at theafterparty.com. That's THA afterparty.com. And we'll see you at the next event.
Hey, it's been my pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to talking to you again in the future.
Love with everything that you're doing, man. Keep it
trying.
up. And thank you guys.
Emac out. Hey, what's your passion?
Underdog TV.
Hey, I'm glad everybody can tune in to Underdog TV. Be sure you check out our merch. We got all the fresh fly merch for you. Click on the link in the comment section and get your merch. We got shirts, we got hoodies, we got sweaters. We even got them for the kids. We got women tank tops, men's tank tops. We even got iPhone cases. All different colors, all different flavors. Whatever you like, make sure you get with us at Underdog TV Apparel. Look in the comment section, click on the link, and you'll be tuned in all the way, you dig? Tell your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your aunties and nieces about Underdog TV. Now, the official Underdog TV Apparel. Click the link in the comment section and get your own Underdog TV Apparel.